Right, that should be just about there. A couple of ads to kick us off. And we'll do some Discord. Okay, that should just about do us. We got sound working. Do we got chat? We do got chat. Do we got Discord? We do go. Oh, hey, Finding Focus Dev. Thank you. I appreciate the testing. Do we got shout out? We do got shout out, and Wardstone gets it, which is just as well because I was over there moments ago. Okay. Now, where are we up to? I'm going to briefly turn this cam. No, actually, I can leave that cam on. We got ads, but that's fine. We also need beverage. Now we got beverage. Sweet. All right. So where did we get to? We built a bevy, I guess, a bevy harness for AOC. You don't need bevy to do advent of code in Rust, but I figured, what the hell? Play around with some things. So we built a very simple state with loading and menu. Loading takes care of loading the puzzle files for each day, and menu just displays them all. So you end up with something that looks a lot like this, with little red, green, and white buttons, very Christmassy. I didn't do much for visualization on day one. I just did that for parts 1 and 2. And then to make that all happen, we built a, what do you call it? An implementation of asset loader. So that was in puzzle input asset. It's the first time I've done this. So that was kind of interesting. We create a struct for puzzle input asset. Then we create a struct for puzzle input asset loader. And then an error, list of errors that we can produce using this error. This is mostly just patterned after the bevy asset loader example. And then we implement asset loader, which comes from bevy. And we grab the bytes from the file. We turn them into strings. And then we get a string, I should say, and then we get lines from the string via new lines. And every row is a vec I32, which corresponds to the puzzle input, which looks like this. So just save to my local disk. And then we grab each line, split them on a series of spaces, incredibly primitive, and it'll probably break for day 2, but never mind. Then pass the inputs from string to I32. and push those into the RoseVac, which is stored as a puzzle input asset. We name the extension as AOC so it knows what file to look for. And in loading, we just use bevy asset loader. Very capable crate for loading things. And that is now available as puzzle inputs 1. So in day 1, we have an init, which spawns the title and a node to hold everything in. State scopes it so it gets torn down automatically. And add some children. Day 1. So add some text. Then we solve the first one. This is spoilers if anyone hasn't done it yet. We need to scroll this up so you can see. So we grab the locations. Hang on. This is the solver. Where's the process? Here we go. So we process. I'm going to keep to the structure for every exercise. So first we init to turn on any UI nodes or whatever that we need. Then we process it. So we grab the puzzle assets, puzzle input asset from puzzle inputs.1, which is our bevy asset loader provided value. And that has the handle in it. So we grab the left list, a right list, and for each row in our puzzle input, we push each value in, sort them both, which is what the puzzle input requires. What the day's puzzle requires. And then save them out to a resource so that we can use them later. So now that we've processed data, we go to solve A. And it's really just these 3 lines here. Push the left max minus the left min. And we get the distance between them. Debug it out, but also display it as a text UI element. Then for B, it told us that we needed to compare the number in the left with the number on the right, but you had to add each occurrence of the number on the right. So if I go to the puzzle input, for day 1, you can see how many days we are behind. That's all good. That's the way it works. So we go to part 2, and you take the first number in the left list, and you count the number of times it appears in the right list, and then you multiply that by the number. So in this case, it'd be 3 by 3, or 4 by 1, or 2 by 0. So in our case, we counted the number of times that that number occurred in the list in the right-hand side. So we do that by grabbing an iterator to the right-hand side, filter, looking for the number in question, count how many there are, and then multiply it by the number. Probably not the most efficient way of doing it, but it works. Debug it out, and spawn some text to display it. And I started to try to visualize it, but honestly, I ran out of time and haven't been back to it for a few days. So, them's the breaks. We'll try and do as many visualizations as we can, but just getting the examples done is, just getting the days done is a major deal for me. So I think the furthest I've ever been through is about day 12 or something. So we got both stars. Well, let's try day 2. Okay. The first location the historians want to search isn't a long walk from the chief historian's office. While the red-nosed reindeer nuclear fusion fission plant, why is this a link? 2015, day 19. I didn't do this one. Appears to contain no sign of the chief historian, The engineers there run up to you as soon as they see you. Apparently, they still talk about the time Rudolph was saved through molecular synthesis from a single electron. They're quick to add that since you're already here, they'd really appreciate your help analyzing some unusual data from the red nosed reactor. You turn to check if the historians are waiting for you, but they seem to have already divided into groups that are currently searching every corner of the facility. You offer to help with the unusual data. The unusual data, your puzzle input. Oh yeah, see already our input reader is not going to work anymore. Consists of many reports, one report per line. Each report is a list of numbers called levels that are separated by spaces. For example, this example data contains 6 reports, each containing 5 levels. The engineers are trying to figure out which reports are safe. Red-nosed reactor safety systems can only tolerate levels that are either gradually increasing or gradually decreasing. So a report only counts as safe if both of the following are true. The levels are either all increasing or all decreasing. Any two adjacent levels differ by at least 1 and at most 3. Oh, God. All right. Have to be either all increasing or all decreasing. Any two adjacent levels differ by at least 1 and at most 3. In the example above, the reports can be found safe or unsafe by checking those rules. 76421 is safe because the levels are all decreasing by 1 or 2. 12789 is unsafe because 27 is increase of 5. Okay. 97621 is unsafe because 62 is a decrease of 4. All right. So increasing then decreasing. Okay. So basically we're checking to see whether everything is increasing or decreasing. And then we're checking to see if the distance between them is either 0 or greater than 3, greater than 2. No, at most 3. So yeah, greater than 3. Okay. Okay. And then you count how many are safe. Analyze the unusual data from the engineers. How many reports are safe? All right, cool. So let's solve it first, which will involve changing the reader, the asset loader. And then we will figure out whether we can visualize it or whether we just move on. um, okay, so let's go back to main. And we've got day 2 already. I must have started on it. And we need a file for day 2, which we do not have. So have a look at days mod day 2. App add plugins day. Oh, we can just do it here. Day 2 plugin and day 2 RS and use bevy prelude star fr pub super fn plugin. App is an and mute app. And it's going to be, if we look here, that, okay. I don't know if we'll need those, but we'll just take a bunch of stuff. We're certainly going to need on enter AOC state day 2, init process solve A, and we'll remove solve B for now. So we're going to need functions init process and solve A, because every one of these problems will be in 2 parts. Init is going to need commands. And we'll grab a bunch of stuff from the other init. Probably this. Day 2. We'll make a struct for day 2, which will derive component. As a marker. And may as well keep the formatting. And what's our title? Red-nosed reports. Okay, cool. So in loading, we need an input for day 2. Asset path equals input 2 AOC pub2 handle puzzle input asset. Now we're probably going to need to make some modifications in order to make this work. But that's okay. We can do modifications. First of all, let's get the puzzle input. It's going to be a flashbang. Sorry about that. Oh, they're not all the same length. Ha. Or are they? No, they're not. Okay, grab that. Can't. Yeah, you're right, because it's an assets. All right. Now we go to puzzle input asset and we try and make this a bit more general. So instead of using tuples, which we probably should have known wasn't going to work, let's go with a vec, perhaps. So pub rows is going to be a vec I32. Like so, and then a bunch of things are going to break. But that's fine. Vec I32, I32. Yeah, definitely not. So vec I32. Right, so instead of that, we're going to need a vec of vec I32. Like so. Because each line will be a vec I32. Okay. Wonder if we can get through 2 puzzles today. We'll have to see. Yeah. So 4 line in lines. We definitely can't use collect tuple anymore. That's from editors and it's very helpful, but no. So line split, I wonder if we're going to be able to get away with, I think I might need to do some looking up because line split on 3 spaces was never going to be that flexible. What we need is something that will just ignore white space or do a split on single white space and then just deal with a bunch of empty elements, I guess. Let's ask the bot what it does with In Rust, what does split do when encountering consecutive whitespace? It will produce empty substrings between them. Hmm. Okay. So if the string is empty, we can just deal with that. I presume, oh, actually, we don't need to ask it that. We can just do it. Okay, so we'll do that. And instead of collect tuple, we'll just do collect. What would we call these? Numbers? Fragments? Columns? Cols, I guess. And then we'll go if for col in cols, if col is empty string, continue. Wait, I can't do that, can I? But I can do that. And then n is an I32. And we need a vec to store these in. So let row vec I32 equals vec row push n then rows push row. Okay, no obvious Rust analyzer issues. Cool. All right, so let's check the definition for one. I really would much rather have test coverage over this, but I'm not sure if I'm going to go there tonight. We'll see. So day one, how badly does this break? Pretty badly, I would think. So in process, it's going to go for left, right, and puzzle rows, but I don't know if that'll work with a vec, right? Let's see. I don't see why that would work, but I'm also not sure why Rust Analyzer isn't freaking out. What does it think left is? An address to an I32. Interesting. That shouldn't happen. What does it think puzzle is? A puzzle input asset. Interesting. Why does it think that would work? Maybe I should just rebuild and see it break. Maybe something up with Rust Analyzer. Oh yeah, there definitely is. Because that should have broken. Wonder why. Okay, so we know that the collect is not returning an option. So that should be better. So how can we, well, first of all, how can we repair rust analyzer? What's going on there? Undeclared type. Oh yeah, well, sure. Yeah, rust analyzer is definitely busted up. Let's see if we can recover. It has no idea. Cargo clean. And we'll have to suffer through a rebuild, unfortunately. Wait for it to sort itself out. Suffer, suffer, suffer the slow build. My poor little i5 struggling along. 2020 hindsight, should have bought a different CPU. Does very well considering. Okay. Come on, Clippy, you can do it. Oh, it's taking its time. Talk amongst yourselves. Come on. You can do it. I believe, Rust Analyzer. I have faith in you. Oh, it's a slow one. I'm afraid to do anything in case it screws up whatever is going on. That's the kind of confidence you should have in your tools, right? Oh, here we go. Something's happening. Something is happening. Dogs have just realized my partner's home. Aha! We have actual working Rust analyzer. Nice. Cargo cleaned for the win. All right. So let's get out of there for a sec and go to the puzzle input thing, and hopefully that'll give us a bunch of errors that we can deal with. Yes. Okay. No left. You are correct. So col pass is what we want. It's amazing what a difference having Rust Analyzer working does. Type annotations, really? Well, shouldn't it just be str? Shouldn't it just be str? Type unknown. Okay, yeah, you're right. So let's go. Is it str or string? It is. Oh, hi. Sorry. What? What? You're the luckiest person in the world. What is it? Can't read it. An in-ground poop thing. You heard it here first, folks. Okay, split returns split. Yes, you're right, it does. Okay, cols is a split. So it's definitely not an end string. So maybe I can't do that. Maybe I need to do iter. Type must be known. Interesting. So why can't it infer the type from here? The pattern can be an end string, a char, a slice of chars, or a function. The returned iterator will be a double-ended iterator. I don't understand why. So what is coal? Coal is unknown at this point. Um, I feel like coal needs to be typecast to either huh. Interesting. So I'm still not that familiar with working with rust splits. Um, so it actually can't tell that this is that coals is a split. Maybe do I even need the collect? Maybe I should right. Chars. No. Mm, we're saying it's a string, but what we really mean is it's a vec string. So not this. Why are you complaining about the collect? A value of vec string can't be built from an iterator over elements of type and string. Okay. So can I do this then? Irrefutable. It will always match. Okay. Yes, you're right, because we used to have a sum and now we don't. All right. Consider changing this to be mutable. You are correct. Okay, I think we got somewhere there. So we need to take an error type out. Specifically this one. This one. We never construct that one now. Okay. All right, so now we go through to day one and we see what else broke. I love it that we have to repair day one to get to day two, but never mind. Puzzle rows, yeah. It's an iterator with items of type standard vec I32. Yes. Um, how can I, if I know for a fact that there are only two elements in a vec, how can I split them in just, I don't even need to iterate over it, right? I can just go left list push puzzle rows. I know. I still need each row. For row and puzzle rows, row O, and will it complain at me? It probably will, right? How could I possibly know that those exist? I just do. All right, so in theory, that should still run. Oh, not from there though. And it does. It does not crash, and I'm pretty sure those are the same results. Okay, cool. Now day two. We only had to repair a little bit. Okay. So we get day two, red nose reports, blah, 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 process. What do we need in order to process the results so that we can deal with them? Process the list, rather. So I don't need any kind of sorting, I don't think. I just need it all put into a resource, which it kind of already is. So I guess no processing required. Yeah. No extra processing for this one. So I think we might need it for round 2, but in the meantime, we'll just do nothing in there. No processing required. And then solve A. So for this, we need access to the asset, access to our asset, which is going to be in, let's just grab our code from day 1, which is here. Where's my day 2? There it is. And don't have that. We just need this. If let some puzzle assets get puzzle inputs 2. Sweet. And that's our material. Hey, Lomix TV, how you doing? Oh man, I haven't even got your plugin running right now. But I was stoked to see it. That's really exciting. Lomix has been writing NVim plugins for visualizing bevy stuff using the bevy remote protocol. It's very cool. Now, so we've got our puzzle input should just be usable as it is. We don't have to sort it. Oh wait, do we? No, because we need to know if its order needs to be preserved. We need to know if the order is changing or not. Okay. So, needs to be either all increasing or all decreasing. Let's try and solve that first. So, if it's changes in one direction, I need to know which direction that is. Or I guess it just always needs to be the same kind of change. Just dropped another update. Now every preview is live updating its values. What? My God, I can't keep up. Yeah, it's interesting times, right? 2 different editors interacting. I'm sure someone will do something for VS Code real soon. Maybe we just don't need an editor project at all. It's just Bevy remote protocol, the whole thing. No, it's a bit different, really. Okay, so how do I determine if it's, for example, always increasing? So, broadly speaking, for row and puzzle is a puzzle asset, right? So puzzle rows. And I think I need to import and what is your problem with this? Unused? Oh, right. Yes. So that should be one of those, I think. And then for n row. And I think again that's probably going to need to be that to get the iterator. Nope. There we go. Okay. Now, I guess, how do I record it? Do I record it using an enum, like increasing or decreasing? I'm sure there's a mathematical solution, right? How do I do that? Well, let's just be ridiculous and use a string until we figure it out. Let it doesn't matter. We can hack it out. So let dir equals empty string. For n in row, actually, we kind of need to know if it's the first one, don't we? I guess we do, right? We need to compare each one. If so I guess we need the index, which means it's iter count, right? No, iter. Oh, what is it? God, so bad. Rust vec iter with index. Enumerate. Thank you. And that's going to mean for in, or is it tuple? It's tuple. If I is, so is it going to be row length -1? Then we want the next one. You could probably use iter peak, right? I don't actually know how that works terribly well, but let's figure it out. Then we want to compare, either subtract, or we want to know the difference and we want to know the direction of difference, but let's do just the direction first. So let diff equals row I plus 1 minus row minus n. Or actually, we don't even really need to get the n. We could just use indexes the whole way through, but let's see where this leads. So at this point, if diff is negative, then dir is decreasing. And we need to record it. So do we record? If the diff is positive, then the direction is increasing. So we need to record, I guess, both and compare the two. And we don't need to do it as a string. We can diff 1 equals 0. Hey Flavius, how you doing? There's guaranteed not to be the best way to do this. Absolutely guaranteed, but we got to get something on paper first. We could look ahead again. I think it would actually be better to go through the whole VAC, record all the differences, Doing good at work, doing some pixel art when you get the chance. How are you? I'm fine. I am mired in doing algorithmy things, which I am not very good at. So I'm just muddling along. We're doing Advent Code Day 2, and it's currently up to, I think, day 5. So yeah, we're in the weeds as usual. This is where I belong. I belong in the weeds. I think it's rather than mucking around with indices like this, I should just record all the differences. That would be a much more sensible way. And then I can tell if some of them are negative and some of them are positive, then we haven't got a consistent direction of movement. So that's, yeah, I like that a lot better. Let's do that. So let diffs equals vec I32. And then for n in, now this is another question we can ask the robot. Is there a method for getting the next 2 elements from I probably won't use this, but I'm curious, vec I32, or any iterator for that matter. I want to say it's peak. Take. Interesting. Some first, some second, iter next, iter next. Right, and then otherwise you've run out of elements. Interesting. So we could potentially use that, right? Let's try it. Let's try it. So so we can only, both of them are options, which is going to make things slightly annoying, but that's okay. LHS, some RHS equals, do I have to have the iter first, or can I just do this? We wonders this. What's your problem? Oh yeah. You can't do that. Oh boy. Right. Yeah, so that doesn't work the same way that you do with bevy iterators. Interesting. Okay. And the dogs are freaking out. Yeah. So else, can I do that with a tuple? I presume I can. Oh wait, it's not liking this. Refutable pin. Really? So is it giving me a bunch of bullshit? Oh, maybe not, because it's using an iflet. Let's check. By the way, I have absolutely no qualms about using ChatGPT for this because I need to learn it. Okay. Let's see. Actually, no. Instead of the else now, we do this. And then we push diffs push LHS minus RHS. Oh, these are both vectors? Oh, right. I see. All right. So that should give us a vector of the differences between all of the numbers in the row. Now we need to estimate how many of them are. We need to check if any of them are zero, have contained zero, then that's wrong. That's an immediate disqualification because they've got to move in one direction or the other. So, don't know if it's the most efficient, but if diffs, oh, hang on. If diffs find um, zero, return, no, continue. Uh, really? I think it was any. Was it any? No? What am I thinking of? Vec I32 find n. Oh, it's edit find. Is sum. Has to be a closure. Damn. Thought there'd be a shortcut. Oh, it is any. God damn it. Okay, seriously. Do you reference where? Here. Okay, thank you. Talk about trial and error programming, for goodness sake. All right, cool. So that's good. So we skip any that are just contain zero, and we'll comment that and say a zero diff means we're not either increasing or decreasing, which is an automatic disqualification from the, what are we calling these? Safe reports. Otherwise, we need to know if they're all increasing or all decreasing. How do we do that? We can't sort them. That's important. They need to be in order. Um, how do I know if they're always getting bigger or always getting smaller? I've got tests for each one in turn, but is there no simpler way to just test for both at the same time? Hmm. Oh, I just need to know if they're all negative or all positive, right? Um, so if diffs iter each, all x greater than 0, We need to increase a counter here. So we'll just use the local, I guess. Oh, we don't even need that. We just do let mute safe reports equals 0. Um, safe reports plus equals 1. Continue. If diffs echo all x less than 0. This really feels like some more efficient means. Can I use an or in this situation? Oh, I suppose this is just as clear. And otherwise we just let it fall off the end because it is not a safe report. Okay. So the second part of the problem is why. Oh, right. Sure. Let's go debug safe reports. So the second part of the problem is the levels need to be changing by at least 1 and at most 3. Oh, I just realized. I was going to say I could use absolute value, but I can't because that removes the negative numbers. Yeah, that's not going to work. Okay, but now, actually, we don't want to continue. So we have to do duplicate checks in those. Actually, I think I might combine these statements. This is just getting uglier, isn't it? Oh, okay. Now we need to check by how much they change. Then we could use absolute value because we've proven that they're all moving in the same direction. I guess, or maybe it doesn't matter anymore. Okay, so for diff in diffs, actually we could do this again, right? This is getting more and more into the weeds, I can tell. Um, hmm. Let's go with let mute has. Same direction. No, we don't need to record it, I don't think. We need to provide an opportunity to exit early if this is incorrect. So in here, we compare the two, and if they are, if the difference is less than 3, basically, because we've already ruled out the zeros, let diff equals LHS minus RHS. No, I need the max. I need higher versus lower, I think. Do I? Actually, no, I don't. I just need the absolute value of the result. Okay, diff is LHS minus right hand side. If abs, hang on, diff abs is oh, we got ads. Diff abs is greater than 3. Continue. Yeah, I think that's right. And we'll soon find out, right? It'll probably break. Let's figure it out. Let's go to main, give this a quick run, see what happens. Oh, and we need to be able to see what gets output. Red nose reports. Safe report 0. That can't be right. Surely not. Okay. So I imagine some of these differences got really big. I mean, just to check, maybe we should check to see if it's 0. It's not the right answer. Okay. Let's look at our input and see if we can identify a safe one. 92, 94, 97, 98, 97. That's not. 26, 27, 28, 31, 33, 34, 37, 37. That's not safe. 56, 59, 60, 61, 62, 65. That's not safe. 44, 46, 48, 55. Not safe. Difference of 3, difference of 1, 3. That's not safe. I don't know. Maybe I was right. None of these are safe. 62, 4, 5, 4. Nope. 7. Nope. 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 A repeated number isn't safe because there's a difference of 0. So I really need a test. 27, 28, 30, 30. Nope. 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 Come on. Give me 1. Just prove to it. Prove to me. No. 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 Nope. No, but that one was close. Nope. Nope. No. Come on, there must be one. No. God damn. Maybe I'm interpreting the rules wrong. Maybe I should just, first of all, make it real short, but not quit this, otherwise we'll lose the input. And then we'll output the results each time. We'll do a whole bunch of spam debugging. So where are we? Day 2? Yep. So let's go. Let's get the diffs first and see if those are accurate. This is where tests would really come in handy. So let's get the diffs out of here. Which moves it, so we better do that instead. And we'll run it and run day 2. Ah, well, that would explain that. Okay, so that's failing. It's just writing a 0 every time. Okay, well, that gives us a good clue then. Let's undo the changes there. Hang on. 1,000 lines. All right. If let's left, right. Yeah, no, we don't do that. Go away. If let's sum left, sum right, push left minus right. This is an address. Oh, should it be that? I could also have the loader wrong. Yeah, still wrong. They're all 0. I think I do still have the loader wrong. Let's output the row as well. Okay. Well, the loader looks all right. Where's the last one? We'll get the last one. I don't think the first part is supposed to be the start. I'm probably making an absolute meal of it. Okay, the last one is 36, 38, 39, 41, 44. Oh, well, this is a pass, by the way. Difference of 2, 1, 2, 3, and 2. Perfect. Okay, so the last one is a pass. I bet you it's the only one. No, that's a pass too. All right, cool. So, what was it? 36, 38, 39, 41, 44, 45. So if we look at 2, 36, 38, 39, 41, 44, 45. Yeah, that's it. Okay. All right. So we know that the loader is working correctly, but this is not. Why? Let's debug this. It's 0. Why is it 0? I don't understand. Left-hand side is an I-32 and a reference to an I-32. So I assume this is 0 too, although I don't really understand why. And row is a reference to I-32, to a VEC I-32. Should this actually be... Same deal. Makes no difference. So what's being returned by row at a next must be wrong. By process of elimination. That's fine. 96, 26. So what's the right-hand side? Seems fine. Wait a minute. Oh. If I keep going iter next like that, I'm going to skip right past one of the differences. There's one problem, I think. I think I might need to use peak. How does peak work? Demonstrate iter peak. Looks at it without consuming it. All right. So let's try rewriting it along those lines. For col in row. Let sum next and equals. Wait, do I need to use the same iterator? I think I need to create the iterator and then equals row iter peekable. Let n equals call iter next. Oh, hang on. You kind of need a while. Oh my God. What is wrong with you? Why can't I do this? Damn it. This should be simple, right? Can you peek in a like checking the next element before proceeding? Oh, you do use the while let. Okay. I understand. Equals call iter next. Okay, so get rid of that. Let sum in one, actually just left-hand side, right-hand side equals call iter peak. Oh, actually if let, right? Diffs push. Yeah, left-hand side, right-hand side. Oh my God. um, okay. Does that help me? Let's find out. Hey, we got diffs again. This is interesting. So -2, -3, -1, 1. So that's obviously a fail. So if we go to the end, it thinks 397, 396, but goodness knows if I've missed anything else. So let's try again. See if we're any closer. No, it's too high. Okay. So that's all right though. Because we know there's at least two. We've manually checked those. So let's see what else we found. Oh yeah, this. So this is bound to be wrong as well. Well, let's use the same method that we used for the other one to do this. So if any is 0, then continue. Yep, that's fine. Actually, it's probably not that efficient to do that, but may as well. If no, let diff iter equals row diffs iter peekable while let sum equals diff iter peak. No, next. If let sum right hand side equals char diff iter if let diff equals left hand side minus right hand side if diff abs is greater than 3, continue. Oh yeah, we needed this as well. Okay. All right. Let's give it another crack. I suck at this so bad. Still says 396. um, so let's look at one that it thinks is correct rather than just outputting all the diffs now. Oh, this. Hmm. No, we don't want to iter over diffs. We want each diff. Right. For diff in diffs. Oh, okay. Maybe I got that wrong. Oh, right. We're already in. Oh, God. We're already. Diffs is just one thing, it's not a collection of things. Damn. I thought I'd figured that out. But we will stop debugging that. And instead, we'll debug the ones that we think is correct. There'll be 396 of them. Debug diff. Let's go to the end. It thinks that this one was correct. -2, -1, -2, -3, -1. Which it is, I think. This one is 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 2, 3. I mean, it looks right. Just trying to find one that looks wrong. I think I must have missed a criteria. Let's go back here. The levels are either all increasing or all decreasing. Any two adjacent levels differ by at least 1 and at most 3. 76421 is safe. 12789 is unsafe because of 2 to 7, which is a difference of 5. I wonder if I'm missing the end of one. 97621 is unsafe. 13245 is unsafe. 86441 is unsafe. 13679 is safe. Okay. I think I understand the rules. Let's compare the first one. Actually, no, the last one, which should be the last one in the file. So it thinks the differences are -2, -1, -2, -3, and -1. And if we look at 2, we get -2, -1. Actually, that's a positive direction. I would have expected to see positive. 2, 1, 2, 3, 1. It's correct. It's in a negative direction, but it's correct. I've missed something obvious. If they're all greater than 0 or all less than 0, which is good. Oh, whoops. Oh, no, that's right. Skip it if diff abs is greater than 3. Hmm. It's too high. The number is too high. I need to find one that is wrong, but I don't know how to do that. There must be maybe there's a negative number in the file somewhere. Maybe that's throwing it. Let's look at the puzzle input. See if we can find a minus. Nope. Any number that looks really odd. Or any single number for that matter. I mean, 129752 is safe. What am I missing? 72, 74, 76, 78, 81, 84, 87, and 90. That one's safe. Safe reports is 0. Row and puzzle rows. New diffs, vec, I32. Collider is row at applicable. Let some left-hand side is next. If peak, push the diffs. Otherwise, if everything is greater than 0 or everything is less than 0, then we create one to within the diff. We get the next one. Is it possible we're skipping one? We could be skipping one. Does next always get the first? Advances the iterator and returns the next value. So yeah, the first one's always going to be the next, always going to be next, and then none once it's over. And then if there's a next thing, then we check to see what the absolute value is. If it's greater than 3, we skip. Otherwise, we debug out and save reports. Let's also add a debug row. And let's remove all but a few rows at the bottom of the file. Okay, so the first positive is, get rid of that highlight. The first positive is 17, 20, 21, 23, 25, 27, 30. That's correct. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3. This one is 2, so that's 1, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2. 1, 3, 3, 2, 2. Oh, oh no, 1 is correct. 83, 81, 78, 75, 73, 72, 70, 69. That's correct. 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1. That's correct. What am I missing? 74, 75, 77, 80, 82, 84, 85. Seems fine. So these are all correct. I'm trying to find one that's incorrect. It should be four numbers for 5 because you only check the differences between them. That's correct. 1, 3, 6, 7, 8. So 2, 3, 1, and 1. That's correct. I must have missed a criteria. Surely. If I stumble this badly on day 2, heaven help me. The levels are either all increasing or all decreasing. Any 2 adjacent levels differ by at least 1 and at most 3. And yet 396 is not the right answer. It's too high. Oh, so frustrating. Maybe my input's wrong. Did I just not get it all? Sorry for the flashbang in advance. Looks right. It's still 1,000 lines. May as well just check again. 396. Is it possible I'm incrementing twice? How many reports are safe? One report per line. 396 was wrong, right? Answer is too high. Make sure you're using the full input data. What the hell? Oh, this is going to drive me crazy. Is it possible I'm reading a row twice somehow? This is brutal. It's not helped by being the second bloody, the second bloody exercise. Um, the row count should be 1,000. Is it possible it's not reading all of them? Debug puzzle rows len. No, it's definitely 1,000. I'll have missed a special case somewhere. This is what you get for not writing tests. Maybe I should take this out. How many of those exist? Still 396. So it has no effect. So that says to me, because I know that there are zeros in some of them, that says to me that that's incorrect. Well, let's just take it out of there and put it in here just for the hell of it. Can I do this? Oh, right. If not 1 to 3 contains diff. All right. That wasn't what it asked for, right? Oh, yeah. That wasn't what it was looking for. So it goes through all of them, checks for any absolute values that are either less than 1 or greater than 3. Come on, give me a different number. Damn it. 396. I swear that's right. God damn it. Okay, so all that are greater than 0 and all that are less than 0. Let's take this out of it and see how many that leaves us with. Still 390. Uh-oh. That doesn't sound right. So basically that bit in here is not doing anything. Basically all it's saying is all of them are either positive or all of them are negative. Actually, that greater than 0 thing was taken care of already, so but this doesn't do anything. Hmm. So I need to be able to catch some of them. Is it the absolute value that's screwing me up? This never gets hit. Yes, it does. Gets hit all the time. Oh, if not. Wait a minute. If not, 1 to 3 contains diff. Let's just debug them. Yeah, a bunch of zeros. Wait a minute. It's supposed to be greater than 0. What is going on? They're supposed to all be either greater than 0 or less than 0. If all of them are greater than 0 or all are less than 0, then we execute this block. Therefore, there should be no... Oh, wait a sec. I see what I'm doing. I'm such a twit. Man, that took me a long time. Let diff in diffs, or diff in diffs. That was not cool. I was subtracting twice, so I really didn't need to. Ah, that was brutal. Why do I do it to myself? Still 396. No. Come on. I knew it was going to be different. What the hell? Okay, think about it carefully. Debug, diff. Yep, all of those look right. They're all greater than 3 or more than 3. Yep, that's all correct. Correct. So it should be exiting early on all of those, which I think it is. And actually, because we've guaranteed that, or we should have guaranteed that everything is greater than 0 or less than 0, this should just be if diff is greater than 3. If diff abs is greater than 3. That looks correct. But it's still 396. I must be missing some zeros somehow. It's the only thing I can think of. I'm not testing equality correctly. So annoying. Um, oh, this is painful. Nope, definitely didn't miss a 0. Okay. The absolute value is greater than 3. Then we continue. Wait a minute. Where are we continuing from? Oh. No, that's still correct because we're continuing out of. Oh, yeah. We're continuing out of the wrong place there. Right. Please let this be the answer. I can't look at this problem anymore. Thank you. No, it's too high. 1862 is going to be too high. Because you've guessed incorrectly 4 times on this puzzle, please wait 5 minutes before trying again. God damn it. I'm sure it said 396 was too high. I thought I'd be restricting more, but I'm restricting less. If diff abs is greater than 3, continue. Otherwise, safe reports plus equals 1. I need to see one of the ones that isn't safe. So let's just spam it, right? By the way, can I do this? No. All right. So we've ruled out the zeros. And we've proven that they're all either increasing or decreasing. I think. So let's look at them and just try and find one that's wrong. That's all I can think of to do now. Um, so output the ones that we think are right. Hmm. Can I just clone it? No, I can't. Still can't. I just want to see it. I don't care anymore. God damn it. What am I missing? Why can't I debug it? Tell me why I can't debug. I did. That doesn't work. No, this doesn't work. Borrow of moved value. Okay. Ugh. Are you kidding me? Oh, I just want to see what its value is. Let me see it. I could probably debug into it. Oh, it uses the address reference. All right, cool. All right, let's scan through and see what we can see. Those all look correct. Yep. 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 I don't see any that are incorrect. Wait a minute. No, that's fine. The differences can be the same as long as they're steadily increasing or decreasing. So does that mean there's something faulty with the way that I'm determining the difference? So far, every one of them that I've looked at has corresponded to the source of each row. I bet if I'd written tests, it would have caught it. Maybe I should just run it against their input. Probably should have done that from the start. All right, so we got 6 rows, and there should only be 2, right? Yep. Okay, let's try that. 14. What? What? What on earth? Well, I mean, that's a hint, right? 14? What the hell? What did I do? All right, let's work this out. We got, we got ads in a sec. Okay, 1, diff of 1, diff of 2, diff of 2, diff of 1. That's safe. That's correct. But it's doubled it. Oh, God. What did I do? Have I just debugged it twice? Oh, I debug safe reports. No, that's correct. Okay, we are going to defeat this. We're just going to. We are. No matter how stupid it makes us feel. How the hell did it get 14? Oh, wait a minute. For diff and diffs, if diff abs is greater than 3, yeah, this is wrong. God damn it. Break. $11. That's still more than the total number of things. Have I inadvertently used blank lines? No. Why does it think there are debug puzzle rows len? Six, but it's got 11 safe reports. Is it missing new lines somewhere? Hang on. No, because there's 6 reports. No, don't close that. You'll never get the other one back. Oh my God. What the hell? There's 6 total reports for row and puzzle rows. Col iter is row iter peakable. So each of those length, debug call iter len. Or count maybe? No, len. So that should be only ever 5, right? Yeah. While you can get next, if there's a peakable next item, then you push into diffs. The left minus the right. Hey, finding focus div. It's very nice of you to read in, but I don't know if you want to see this. It's pretty ugly. How you doing? How's your stream? This is demoralizing. If this was an interview question, I would have failed it so hard. Like so hard. Okay, so let's get the length of diffs after this. This is going to be a story I will be able to tell. It's always 4. That is correct. How the hell is it getting 11 reports? Are there 2 opportunities to add to safe reports? So if either of those conditions are true, it'll run. For diff and diffs. Oh shit. No, this is wrong too. And it just goes through and checks all of them to see if any of them are incorrect. Actually, it needs to be break continue. No. Oh, I see. Okay. I'm finally there, I think. I've got loops within loops, so that's what's going on. This is the worst programming practice there is. Technical problems like this are always difficult. That's the thing. I think I'm making it way harder than it needed to be just through experimentation and not writing tests. Okay, so if diff abs is greater than 3, break, but that only breaks out of here. And there's no way of knowing why. So, yeah. So basically we need a bool let is valid equals false, actually true. Innocent until proven guilty is valid. This needs to be mutable. And break. And I'm sure that we could find, we don't have to loop. We could use something else, right? So we could do if diffs issue any x greater than 3 safe reports plus equals 1. Okay, now we've got problems. Can be collapsed. Right. It's ugly, but in theory, it might work. So this should return 2. 4. Damn it. The number's getting smaller all the time, and it's still not right. Damn, I was sure I had it that time. Three. What the fuck? Okay. Get rid of that. All right, so we're saying everything is greater than 0 or everything is less than 0, and there is nothing with x being greater than 3. Oh, it's got to be absolute value. I really hope this is the answer because I'm running out of patience with this problem. 2. Okay. Now we run it on the full problem set, which should have 1,000 rows. 236. Come on. Problem. Holy crap. All right. Well, this is an example of how to making things just way too complicated for yourself. God damn, that was hard. It's so frustrating. So frustrating. Okay, how could I make it better? Um, they're all moving in one direction, or they're all moving the other direction, and I could return early on all of these. So let's start with this one. It's definitely not the most efficient. And then this one. And then finally we have this, so it's a lot easier to read. It does mean that you're iterating through the entire diff each time, but I mean, given that they're usually only about 6 or 7 numbers long, that's not too bad, I guess. Ah, sometimes I wonder at myself. Okay, let's just ensure that it still gets the same result. It doesn't. Okay. Oh, I know why. A little bit of negation. Save reports O this time. God damn it. If all of them, oh yeah, no, this does have to be a double. Hmm. No, no, it doesn't. Oh, I see. Man, my brain is starting to lose it. Still 0. Seriously? What am I doing? Oh, this has to be an and now because we're excluding. $2.36. Okay, finally. Wow. Some days it just doesn't pay to get out of bed. All right, let's look at the second part of it and we'll see how bad it is because sometimes they're trivial. Engineers are surprised by the low number of safe reports until they realize they forgot to tell you about the problem dampener. A problem dampener is a reactor mounted module that lets the reactor's safety systems tolerate a single bad level. Oh, God. In what would otherwise be a safe report, it's like the bad level never happened. Same rules apply as before, except if removing a single level from an unsafe report would make it safe, the report instead counts as safe. Okay, 4 reports are actually safe. Safe without removing any level, unsafe regardless of which level is removed. So you basically have to retest it by removing a single level and making sure and seeing if it now qualifies. Okay. So now we need to extract this into a function. Is safe, which takes a row, which is going to be a reference to vec I32. And we're going to take this stuff and plonk it in here. Return a Boolean. All right. So that abstracts that. And then we go, oh, we don't need the, yeah, I guess we do. If is safe row, safe reports plus equals 1. Oh, so it's saying I could have done this. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So that cleans things up a bit. And then we go fn solve b. Basically the same thing. We're doing some additional work, but that's okay. And then grab it. All right. So we got a duplicate of that function. Now we need to gradually remove individual elements from it, each in turn, checking it to make sure whether or not it can be made safe. So this is still correct. We check the full row. Otherwise, we start removing numbers. Removing numbers. How do we remove each number in turn? There's a way to take a slice with one missing. Yeah, can you take a slice with one missing element? Take a slice of Vec with one missing element. Slice and manual indexing. Hmm. So create a new slice with everything up to the index to remove and everything after the index to remove. Okay, I see what you're saying. So um, uh, for I in 0 to row len -1. Am I allowed to do that? Or am I getting ahead of myself? Looks like it's okay. Wait, is the thing isn't inclusive, so you can probably do that. Oh, that's weird. Oh, I see. It's the address of, all right, so row in this case. Um, if is safe test safe reports plus equals 1 and break this time, right? Yeah. All right, so now we actually call solve B. And see what happens. Ed thinks 308. Let's see what happens. Thank goodness. Oh, man. That was hard. Ah, am I the only one that's only done 2 days? No, this person's in the same boat so as this. So I'm not the only one. God damn, that was hard. So I'm gonna watch Chris's video on day 2 because I wanna know how simple it should have been. But yeah, tricky stuff. But it doesn't have to be. Okay, so let's commit that. Day 2. Wait, what was the um I'm using lowercase just for evenness. Okay. All right. I need to read out to someone. Booyah's on. Is Wilson still on? No, he's finished. Let's go visit Booyah. Booyah! Thanks, everybody. Sorry that was so painful. Maybe I'll get better. Maybe this was just a hiccup. All right, take it easy.